Lungujja erumbiddwa Nansana. Nansana erumbi erungujja. We have Damasco already with us. Very smart, very elegant. And the people who are close to him right now can tell he actually smells good. Simanyoba smell is the right word because smell tukikwesa kubibi. Esigale kola ne kubirungi.
I think it is scent.
Hey, his scent is good. Yeah. Let me start from the topic we have today. We were asking people, what business don't you trust yourself to do? Your business, Joga Manze, ngeri jene manyi nga Damasco. Your business, sijisobola.
Business, I think I wouldn't be a teller.
Huh?
I wouldn't want to be a bank teller.
Akasente hizo kasokola
okuweereza $1 bando olina buteekayo buteeso kubala kuteeka
ngabukuyitako buyinsi tewandigisobodde. Wow. We have Damasco here with us. Maybe greet our viewers and we can start from there.
Hi everyone watching Soul TV, the gang. I'm right here with Vucci, Renezi Deejay Jemmo. I'm so happy to be here. Damasco Sesanga is my name, gospel artist from Nansana.
Happy to have you from Nansana. Abe Nansana bagamba batya?
Abe Nansana bali kiriya tebalina tabo.
Kale. We are blessed to have you. Today we are blessed. It's the very first time we are hosting you in our show.
Exactly.
And it's a blessing to have you. So many incidences have happened this year, and you're one of the people who has counted their losses because earlier on you lost your mom. Yeah. Briefly, maybe you want to take this opportunity to thank people who stood with you during that time.
Definitely. It was such a trial time for me, and I would love to thank everyone that contributed to seeing my heart not burst out. It was really a trying moment for me. Thank you, gospel artists. Thank you, people that sent me condolence messages. Thank you, my fans out there. Thank you, Team Damasco, everyone that made it a point to be there. So we bid farewell to my mother, R.I.P. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wow. And then shortly after that, I think it was either shortly after or before that you released a song called Urankorera.
Yeah, it was before.
It was before, shortly before.
Yeah, shortly before.
Briefly tell us, what was the message behind, or what's your heart behind the song Urankorera?
Urankorera, it is a prayer. It is a prayer and a promise, just standing to give myself hope, standing in faith that the Lord shall work for me. Because I got a vibe when I was driving to Kawempe to see a friend of mine. And I was like, Urankorera, noza kunkorera. Like literally singing, I didn't know it even meant something. Good enough when I reached there, this friend of mine
What didn't you know meant something? The
word itself, like Urankorera, I just thought it is something... I didn't know it had meaning. So when I reached there,
I think it's either Runyankore or Nyarwanda because I can understand both.
It is
It means you do, or you work things out for me.
Yeah, work things out for me. So when I took a year, nambuzo rolimba rani. Namugamba ka vibe nkafunyawo nga nzija. Nambu lyache kitegeeza. So while I was leaving, nali ninakudda Nansana, but I was like, let me go to studio. So I called Josh. Nemugamba, there's a vibe I feel. Naye ojilo creating a track in such a melody. So when I reached studio, nempandika ebigambo mu Luzungu, and I kept calling hanga mubuuza kino kitegeeza ki mu Lulimi. That is how I wrote the part.
Ekitegeeza lino etteeka lye bagezaako okuyisa eryogamba nti omuyimbi nga tanagenda mu studio asooka reporting eri terikola kuba kati akayimba kano tetwandika fune
yinza obutakola
cause mukolera ku vibe
unless ng'ongambye nti omuntu gwe tutaddewo gye tulina okureportinga yalina initial vibe gye njagala okuwandiika then there it applies, but you can't direct me on something I felt to myself. Tobaddeeyo atojja ongambe gye tegijja kukola nga nze nkiwulidde.
Wow. So, yeah, I'm not going to ask DJ Jemmo to play that song because ke kayimba katulese ku mpeo Urankorera. What's your favorite part in this song?
My favorite part is ngonko kuwaraganise noza kunkorera ebyamajero bihango gwalina kyeyetaaga kisabe Katonda byonna bigonza oya tanaona mutima lwaleero Katonda guwonya nga tonnaba nakufuna omukisa Mukama gukuwa. That's the promise I stand on every day.
Wow. It's interesting because you say you don't know Runyankore or Nyarwanda, but that's your favorite part. You eventually go to understand what it means.
Yeah. I actually wrote the part in English, and I kept calling her, like, how do I translate this in your language? And then there was a part where it reached, like, you shall do for me greater miracles, and in their language it is noza kunkorera ebyokutangaza, and then that was a long word, so I had to sing it like in ebyamajero, like I had to borrow another language still. Yeah, literally.
Wow. Some people sing songs to catch audience. Nagamba kati njaga kutapinga mu audience ye mbalale yo. Shouldn't we think it's the same?
No.
For you?
Personally, I sing what I feel, what my friends tell me. I sing what I've heard and what I feel. Yeah, I've never intended to tap into any audience. Yeah.
Njakusaba gundi asoka funeka tokubaka okatono nyo bamunonya. But meanwhile, we want to transition now from Uranghorera. We have a couple of other songs that you sang, and well, I just want to also get to understand. Ochikoze Nera, that's a Luganda song.
Yeah,
it's more like a celebration song.
Yeah, exactly.
Hype vibe wajijaweyo. What's also the heart of the spirit behind this one here?
Ochikoze Nera was meant to be a testimony song. While I was in my house, I was so depressed. But then I was praying, because by then my mother was in hospital the first time she was admitted. And I was like, but how about if she gets fine? How about if the Lord heals her? Like, what do we do? Shall we be in sorrow again? Like, we've grieved enough. And in the morning...
Sorry for cutting you short. Was she the only parent you had?
I've grown up with her. My dad is there, but I've grown up with my mother. Okay. Stuff happens, you know. Yeah, but I've grown up with her, so... I wake up in the morning and I'm like, so what if my mother gets fine? What do I do? So I was like, let me write a song of a testimony, like Ochikoze Nera. So bumped it in studio, got different stories to put in the song, and yeah, came out Ochikoze Nera.
Okay.
So it is a song of a testimony, song of jubilation. Exactly.
Wow. Well, I just want to base on that, that you had hope, you had faith that, well, your mom would actually get well.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
She didn't get well. And there are so many people who are watching you right now, and probably they've been in such a state. Now, right now, they're questioning God, why me? Why my parent? How have you faced that time, and how have you approach to God? I can't say confronted God. I'm very much certain you're also human.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe from your experience, you can share it with a viewer there who's going through the same trying time of why me, why us, why my mom. Maybe your experience can help them.
Just like you out there, personally, I've also asked myself several times, why? Why me? Like, at some point I was like, God, so how will I tell people you are a healer if you didn't heal my mother? But then God never brings what you will not manage. It is a scripture in the Bible that God will not test us with what we shall not manage or what is out of our capability to handle.
It says his yoke is light.
Yeah, exactly. So I just stood to trust in the Lord. And I was like, well, you know exactly, because in Jeremiah it says, I knew you before you were created in your mother's womb. And I set plans for you to speak for me in the nation. So I was like, God, if this was the way I had to go, then show me the way to go. Like, give me the strength to overcome. Like they say, some mountains God shall give you the strength to climb them, and others he shall level. So maybe for this one, he had to give me the strength to climb it. So leave alone your sorrow, walk away from the past memories. There is a brighter future. I always tell my friends that are in sorrow most times when I'm with them. I just take them out of their houses and they tell you, just look outside this house. There is a life outside your bedroom. There is a life outside the sorrow. There is a life outside the grave. There is a life outside everything that bothers us. Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. Well, because of time, we are going to take a very short break, a commercial break officially. We are proudly sponsored by Kombucha. These guys are really very good. Sauda Health Products. Beba katutu sako, kakunywa kalungi nyo. It's a kombucha energy drink. Weta go kefunia kubaka kuwa amanyo. Mvubuka enaleyo mukozo mupambanyi. Weta go kubanga wefunira ko kunywa kano. Kali very healthy and very verified by UNBS. Ekitongole ekikwasaganya emitindo okulaba nti ekiri katale tekikosa muntu yenna akitwala. So we're going to take a break, but I want to also ask DJ Jemmo, when we get back, to play these two songs. I think now with a better understanding with the background and the spirit behind the songs, and then we shall come back with the last song that he has. I'll also continue to share a brief interview with him, experience with him. Then later on we should join Renezi in studio. Today, don't forget it's a Renezi Day. Just don't go anywhere.